Welcome back to map number 2, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for Anubis. We love a bit of Anubis over here. All the games on Anubis right now. That's what we want, mate. That's what we want. We are going to see, of course, FTW start off on that CT side. Generally, at the moment, looking like the weaker side of the map, but a lot of teams like starting there so they can get their teeth in for sure. Couple sets of Julies. It's about to be a messy one. Flash comes round. Here we go, though. The Julie's going to get activated early on. Diaz looking for a few around this pillar. It's only good for the one. So far, we're 3v3 with a bomb down.
Yeah, bomb planted. Now, in a fairly okay setup, the smoke will deny a lot of that rotation coming through. As time starts to tick, eyeballers will realize they have to be coming from spawn. In comes that Yuto as well. Pepsor, anti-flash. Spike going to get messy. Channel 4 first.
Oh, nice shots coming in from arrozdoce. It's all going to be down to flusha. He retrieved the Julies, can't do anything with them. And a hell of a retake coming in there from FTW. You can certainly see why they picked into this one, why it's kind of a favorite map of theirs at the moment. They've clearly been doing the work on it. And eyeballers, I think, going to have their work cut out for this one.
Yeah, not about start. Not about start as well. Interesting that we've seen our eyeballers go for that T-side start. It sort of leans into our speculations about this map being generally in its earlier doors, kind of weighted over towards that T side. A lot of maps, when they're first brought in towards the pool, are so heavily weighted over towards the CT side. I mean, think of Ancient when it first came in towards the pool. Vertigo exactly was the same as Train for a long, long time. Very, very CT-sided, right? So, you know, this is one of the first maps in a while where you've seen it come into the active duty map pool and it be actually very heavily weighted over towards that T side. And eyeballers know what's all about it. So that's where they're choosing to start. Bomb plant gives them money. They're not going to force buy in towards it. Just a couple of pistols, giving them money to work with a full buy in towards round number 3. So it's a little bit more of a calmer approach than what we've seen generally today.
That's true. That is very true. I think respect being shown across here early on. And rightfully so. The retake looked good. They're just hoping for someone to stick a head out. All these cheeky headshot angles. So far, not so good. Eyeballers winding down the clock then. And their first opportunity just showed itself on the other side of that smoke. Nice nade comes in. Then come down. Diaz. Put on the M5. 2 is the question. Is indeed making money on the SMG.
Easy farm. Very easy. A lot of pop shots coming through. So they will take a tag. But overall, this is still looking pretty comfortable for FTW to see this one off. A little bit of a crack angle coming through here. NOPEEj will spot the information. No kill as of just yet. I think eyeballers, they're just stuck with any sort of idea of how to even get towards the site. Never mind getting a bomb down.
Oh, little catch here for flusha. Will manage to just creep in. He's kind of dished the bomb down, though, unfortunately. JW couldn't back him up. Pepsor on low HP. Trying to find the pre-fire angles. Unfortunately, none of them come to fruition for him. So it will be FTW easily stringing them together. But now we look at the buy, of course. This is where eyeballers want to get on the map.
Yeah, this is where we get to have a little bit of a conversation. And a bit more of a conclusive look in what the side look like when it comes towards that T side. T side will, well, I mean, this round will kind of give us the early bit of information. They're against what is, you know, in heavy quotation marks, a bonus buy over towards FTW with what they've had prior, being brought across into towards the next few M4s. Double FAMAS. This is where we get to see what they're actually like. Early mollies coming through. A lot of mid control being the priority. And Gil, quite smartly, doesn't want to take too much presence there.
Yeah, we've seen how important mid can be. If you end up dropping it, you just lose almost total control of the A bomb site, to be honest. So you have to watch it around mid. I think the early days saw players getting super aggressive, but now they've worked out some smokes to cover it off for a long time. Sapec towards danger. Flash comes in. Allows him to get that space. And it's an important spot to keep an eye on here. Really, really good little move from Sapec coming in. They're going to retake control outside of B main, though. There's a player around there in the form of Pepsor trying to be quiet, trying to be sneaky. He loses out his fight, unfortunately, despite the flash that comes in for him. Meanwhile, we've got a mid-take here from eyeballers. They're yet to find a kill back. We'll absolutely want that. There's 3 players on this A bomb site ready to go, so it's going to be a bloodbath over here. They've given the control across in the hands of that CT side, but there's just so many bodies. No way you get in here. Dry peeking through the smoke. Not going to happen. JW, last one that remains. This is looking very good from FTW. They are in the head of eyeballers super early on into this map.
Yeah, now JW. Rocking a hard place. Guys in front of him, guys behind. Doesn't know where to go. Safety isn't really an option. We're having conversations. We've seen, a fairly decent amount of this map over the last kind of, couple of days, couple of weeks, and so on and so forth. And we've kind of come to the conclusion that saving really isn't much of a possibility. It's very difficult to save on this map. It's very easy to be hunted. There's not too many positions you can park up as well. All in all, it does make things quite difficult. I think JW knew that all too well. He kind of knew he had to take fights if he wants any sort of hope and a prayer in staying alive, and it wasn't to be. So 3-0 start. Eyeballer's first T-side attempt, very unsuccessful. They couldn't find any control.
Just tapping away. Hoping to find something that, again, an overextension from FTW. They do get a bit more aggressive into this round, trying to crunch in towards that bridge area, towards that canals area. Really important part of the map we've got to get control of. Sapec misses out on an opportunity to find one around the smoke there. Agile will be the first one to answer in towards middle. And as always, little sigh of relief. Diaz going to find Sapec, looking very good here then. FTW, no flies on them on this map so far. They've got the confidence for this, that's for sure.
Yeah, right now, this has been some lovely work. Granted, of course, this is one of those rounds where we're not really looking at this and expecting too much. Of course, just that low bite. But even still, Eyeballer's not even making a contact on the eco. Not even being able to kind of compete. NOPEEj, elevated angle, good for looking for the second. TS comes in for support through the smoke. He'll see it off, and it's FTW. 4 consecutive. A flawless start continues for them. Off the back of a flawless round as well. This has been some fantastic work, and Eyeballers looking like a bit of a shadow of their former selves. What we saw over towards Overpass, our first map, where it was very one-sided. That was 60-6. And we were kind of starting to build the narrative and saying, like, if Eyeballers are this crisp and this clean, and then now going in towards a map of Anubis, which they actually enjoy playing themselves, this series could be a massacre.
Slow start into the round once again. FTW have got the default sorted. Eyeballers need to find a gap somewhere. They're really struggling to figure out where that is at the moment. The A game being brought, and it's kind of making a massive difference on this one. They really do not know where to go and just playing a very wide, very laid-back kind of default, and it just isn't working for them.
Yeah, when they try and go slow, oh god, it goes from bad to worse. Flusha, it's unfortunate. It'll come through. Bit of damage. Heal down to 27 points of HP. Right now, I don't think they're in too much of a position where they have to be overly worried. Smoke's being dropped, just lock them out of sight. Just nothing they can do here. And NOPEEj happy just to kind of park up and knows that really the only place he has to be worried about is his flank coming through connecting. As that smoke dissipates, now he has to be cautious and reposition.
Flashes come round. It'll be a 1-for-1 trade. JW's found a pretty big frag onto Agile there in all this chaos. They do have a bit of control of this site right now, fending them off, keeping them scared. However, through the smokes, they'll be able to spam back and actually regain the man advantage. You've got to catch these players here. Quick flash comes in. Diaz, unafraid, will mow them down. And despite the fact that they had a man advantage going into it, it's FTW that come away with yet another round.
Oh, wow. Things are not looking good. I mean, this is really getting quite dire already for Eyeballers. And you'd maybe even start asking questions about, when the call to, get a pause in early doors or really try and pump the brakes starts to come in, because they need to change things up. At the moment, everything that Eyeballers are trying, whether it's going slow, methodically approaching each and every round, or trying to step up the pace, FTW are ready for it, and they're very easily overcoming it.
Yeah, they most certainly are. Flusha. Gonna try and work his way around this corner. The shoulder peek does not work against stadodo. They're definitely feeling it a little more on this map, that's for sure. It's really showing.
Sapec. Of course, Molly gets extinguished. And now we're in a position where once again Eyeball is just no pathway in towards the site. Anywhere they go now, they're going to be meeting a lot of aggression. FTW can essentially, once again, just park up. Just play the body system.
Arrozdoce is going hunting. Or is he again? You know, this aggression that they're expecting is just not coming. Eyeballers can't make it work if the fights are not in their favor. Key thing here. There will be the people who come round. It's Arrozdoce up close, though. They've got it solidly sorted at the double doors. All going to be down to JW. He does find the trade onto one there, but ultimately, the round going to go the way of FTW. It'll be 6 in a row for them as well. Agile from a slightly different angle spams him down eventually. And the 6th round comes through. 6 in a row, and the rifle round's looking flawless. This is worrying signs.
Yeah, this is really not good. Right now, I mean, FTW, credit to them. I mean, this has been, you know, a really good kind of resurgence off the back of what was a not great map number 1. We all know about that overpass, which is not the showing that FTW would have wanted. And they've sort of, you know, very well kind of mentally reset in the 10-15 minutes break between the two maps, which is sort of easier said than done. A lot of teams struggle to really forget what is a woeful first attempt. Right now, they're looking so good. You can just sort of see how they're setting up. They just never really want to be taking early engagements or early fights. They're happy just to keep dumping util and keeping Eyeball as far away from the site as possible.
Very quiet here. Very quiet indeed. Again, Eyeball is just playing the wide default, becoming a little predictable maybe. Certainly seems to be the energy that this game has got at the moment. That FTW, had, like I said, after just, honestly, the pistol, they were firmly in their heads. And it seems to be the case here, just trading of utility in towards the danger area. Flusha trying to be the entry man. Oh, JW takes a dink, but he finds the frag. First time in a while we've seen them with a man advantage. What are they going to do with it? Agile up close. What can he get? HP bars are so low. NOPEEj can't quite catch them. Moving through middle, gets caught by Pepsor. JW, meanwhile, holding the smoke here. Great read from him. Agile in on the site. What can he do there? So weirdly cut off at the moment. They need to get together on the Eyeballers side. They've just left Shine out to try. And Pepsor in towards mid. At the very least can contain them in. The bomb bails and goes B.
20 seconds. But the one will go down. That's what matters most. And now what's the setup? I mean, what do FTW want to do? And the Hunter's looking like nothing. Very slow. And it sort of feels like it's deciding it. They're just going to save. Keep hold of what they've got. And yeah, you can kind of see them posturing back over towards the A side, trying to lock it in. A first round for Eyeballers. Finally, success coming out of this side. It took a hot minute to get to there. Now we can start thinking, okay, looking a little bit better. Potentially this life's still in the eyes of Eyeballers. But I need to see a lot more from this side before I even become remotely comfortable. Like we said, generally from what we've seen so far on Anubis, this map has lent quite favorably over towards that T side. And if we can't see Eyeballers at least making a competitive first half, I don't know how I feel confidence-wise heading in towards the second. We might need Vertigo after all.
FTW with a statement of 6 rounds then. See whether they can continue to act upon it. They have easily got the buy-in here. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll really see. Eyeballers finally knocking, but I don't know how long it lasts for them, to be honest with you. It came off the back of a JW pick. Try and get him activated again would maybe be the move. They're moving pretty quickly towards this beat. Bomb site. JW is going to catch one on the edge of the smoke. Up close and personal, we've got NOPEEj, though. What can he get done from here? Flash is coming in. Agile going to find sapec on the other side. Pepsor just trying to slowly enter in. Not ready for the player behind him, though. So they'll retain the man advantage. Meanwhile, lurking presence of flusha gets cut off. And FTW just running rings around them at the moment. Like I said, it was a clean entry that they managed to get in the previous round. Not really sure how many times they're going to be able to rely on that. Shine, though, with the bomb plant at the very least, should see them through to the next round with the loss bonus stacked up. Maybe has a chance at the round itself, but we'll see. 2 coming in from A main. Manages to find the first. Fight towards mid. Knows he can win it, but he can't get his bullets downrange in time, and that will be another round going the way of FTW.
There we go. You know, back to our kind of regular, I guess, preceded showing, so to say. And I think right now, I mean, I'm not liking what I'm seeing from eyeballers. I mean, there's the silver linings. You can take all of them, but them finding kills, them getting to a position where we can see them into, you know, a bomb plant. But just the fact that this deficit is building up so one-sided. I mean, the way things are panning out right now, we could end up seeing FTW put upwards of kind of 10, 11 rounds the same way eyeballers did an overpass on their CT side of Anubis, and then just sort of run away with things. Because eyeballers right now just cannot seem to find any sort of control in a post-spawn scenario, which is very rare that they even get there. They just have no idea about where FTW are kind of posted up.
Yeah. It does speak to, I think, the fact that maybe they've been playing a lot of Anubis, but not quite working on it, let's say. Just going through the motions of the early life cycle of a map. But yeah. I'm going to need a bit more out of this T side to convince us. At the moment, it's looking very dominant, to be honest with you. FTW, one slight slip. All the other rounds have been firmly in their hands. And, I mean, they're playing like it as well. You can see that this map means a lot more to them. They feel like they have much more the run-of-the-mill. They've left mid open in this round, though, and that might just cost them. Flusha has taken down arrozdoce on the aggression outside of A main as well. stadodo needs to be overwhelmed here. JW's found Agile on the flank. stadodo, nice little move for him to go aggressive. Flusha's ready for this one, though, but how ready is he? The AWP set up and posted. Dia's going to find Flusha on the back flank there, so it's a 3 versus 3 as the bomb goes down. Not even being planted yet, by the way. There is a presence of NOPEEj. They've got to try and take him down here together. He's got the angles, though. He's just so ridiculous with it. Shine left in another clutch scenario. Where does he look? Where does he go? Where they're coming from? They're coming from everywhere at the moment. Out of the walls. Nice find onto the first. Takes a lot of damage. Great find onto the second, though. And now just down to stadodo. He does have a kit available. He's swapped across to this A1S to try and make it doable. They know that he's got to be tagged, but there's not a lot of time. Shine can play the 1v1 how he likes. Trying to get away from that bomb. Oh, and a nice little bit of movement to do so. It's going to be the tap and maybe the hold on to the bomb, but there's not enough time for stadodo to play with. Gets the frag, but not the round. And that'll be eyeballers. Skin of their teeth stuff, but they get to the 2.
I guess, so once again, you can talk about silver lining there. So there's quite well just to make sure it's expensive once again, because it is. I mean, eyeballers still, despite getting a second on the board, they're just not in a comfortable position. Even full buying towards the next one's going to be rough. Only really Shine and Flusha can have kind of the full AK's armor and utility. Everybody else are going to struggle, whether it's kind of half armor for them, maybe into only Galils or lacking any sort of utility. That's the kind of the questions and the errors that Eyeball is going to talk about. Yes, it's good they found another round. That is a, you know, a positive, and we can say that all quite conclusively. It's just a case of, in a more long-term scope of view, it's not a nice position at all to be in. So, off the back of the balls, what do eyeballers do now? Because they're in a position where, yes, there's small parts that are looking great, flash in the pan moments, but absolutely zero consistency that we've seen from the side. No consecutive rounds on the board. We need to start finding that sort of form, well, here rather than later. But at the moment, it's not exactly been pretty. Flusha avoids the Vulcan grenade right there. Only takes 1 point of armor damage. It's not the end of the world. For eyeballers, it is just that slightly janky battle that I was kind of alluding to. Shine, an AK for him, 3 Galils and JW, and just a deagle.
Not good at all. Not good at all. stadodo going to be the one to break the silence as well. Gets aggressive through mid for that frag. Oh, nice find from Shine coming in, though. Pretty big one. They are firmly left out of this A bomb site as well. They've maybe found the gap that they've been looking for so long on that T side. Be able to create space to get this bomb down. Can even look at how well they've cut off the rotations. Flusha constantly on the lurk. Presence as well. Drops Diaz, getting a bit overzealous. Not expecting him to be there. stadodo on the AWP. Does come away with 1. They have to be careful. They've got to show respect here. He's 9-1 right now. Having a great game A great half. FTW in for the retake. 3 versus 3. They've got plenty of utility. They've got the kits available. Just such a hard site to deal with here. JW gets forced down, but somehow wins his fight. A double peak comes in to deal with NOPEEj. And stadodo, he'll keep his stats. He won't get the round. He gets another one just to add to them. As we've said, very difficult to save on this map, but they hightail it out the opposite way from that bomb site, and it will be a third. Now 2 in a row for Eyeballers.
Here we go. I'm talking about kind of consistency coming out from Eyeballers. If they can start to find consecutive rounds on a regular basis on the T side, start to build up a bit of a repertoire over there, we feel a little bit more comfortable. Positive for FTW, Orb stays in place and have to reinvest into it. That would leave them with a little bit less for economy, but all in all, it should be fine. Arrozdoce should get a drop over. NOPEEj as well. Got just enough to kind of squeeze out a bite. And of course, Akil and DS, no problem. So, full investment. This is the good opportunity as well for Eyeballers. Probably the first time they've had it in quite a while, where maybe we could actually see Eyeballers break the economy over towards FTW. And the first time where this CT side in a while really starts to feel the pressure, not only in the server, but in terms of their bank account as well. And that would allow them to continue on what is a good run of form at the moment and maybe make this half much more even than it initially started to look as well. It's definitely not, you know, out of the cards that Eyeballers have a solid CT side. It's just they want to set up stability and foundations over to what is generally regarded as the more favorable T side.
Boost above the smoke, nearly nets one. Just given away though, JW couldn't find it. Massive round here, a big swing round in the tide of this first half. Molotovs everywhere. One that's from JW's teammates there, so he's a bit surprised to see it. Flash comes in. Oh, great contact flash coming through. A nice bit of aggression from FTW to give them the first.
Flusha taking a lot of damage as well. Pop flash coming over. Sapec with him falling. Not looking good. Diaz, hang on, this is our Ghostbuster Shadow. And the head as well. Lovely work. Can he make it two? The answer's no. Flusha comes in behind him. Doesn't make a difference though. Hang on a second or so I say. Bomb will be thrown across. They know an all's posted. Flusha will get the bomb going down. Where did they set up? No! Bomb doesn't go down. Soda gets him through the wall.
Unbelievable. stadodo can just do no wrong right now. 11-1, guys. He has taken over the game. This is what we expected from him on map 1. Pepsor, meanwhile, just going to go running and hightail it towards that A-bomb side, but it's been sniffed out. It's maybe even been heard. He's not going to get here as freely as he thinks he might. They need to get that gun up. Oh, and he doesn't even have the gun out. They are so ready for him. The 8th round comes through, and FTW back on the board.
Expected. Like you said, I think they would have heard him in that rotation. He thought he'd maybe just going to find a bit of timing and dodge. But it was the main thing for him, unfortunately, was the fact that, yes, he knew the AWP was posted up over towards spawn. Getting that wall bang. Great couple of shots coming through. It was just the fact that he had no idea where that second guy was. So he could just never have any sort of confidence when his back was against the wall. Tried to go for a rotation, and it cost them. So, Eyeball is back to square one. Back to the drawing board as their money looks in a little bit less of an adequate state. I gotta say, I'm loving the work that FTW been doing. They're just keeping their noses ahead. Guaranteed lead at the half. Can they make it more? It's gonna be a massacre. Ideal for 2. Can he make it 3? The answer is yes. Before he's traded to the hands of JW, but he's done more than enough.
Flusha hoping for something here. Ooh, nice find onto arrozdoce. That'll allow him actually to create the bomb plant, but he's going for more fights. Looking to take down stadodo, and he does. Okay. Doesn't know how good he's got it right now. They're pretty far away from the A-bomb site. Unfortunately, not much they can really do from this position without the bomb that's hit the deck. Little awkward. They are just waiting patiently. Biding their time for Flusha to make the wrong move. But at the moment, he ain't moving at all.
He's parked. Maybe hoping. There's an overextension. Of course, an M4 collected. Not too bad. Not too bad. It's just a question of what does he do with it. The main thing is no bomb. So it might even actually just be a save call. It's kind of weird and wacky as it is. 20 seconds to work with. I think he may even just go for a save here. Just see what he can do with, well, not a lot.
Yeah, it looks that way. He might run into one just before time goes down. He does have the drop onto the back end of NOPEEj, but he goes the wrong way. So now definitely a save. Not the end of the world. M4A4 doesn't have that one-tap potential, but, you know, he'll take it. He'll take it. Maybe could have got his hands onto the AWP, but he was a bit unsure after time wound down so much. Still, though, 9-3. Timeout coming in, you would imagine, for the eyeballers here to try and see what they can get. Anything at this point. They really just need the rounds, and FTW are running away with this CT half.
Yeah, they are. Honestly. Really, really good work. And hey, I mean, what we've seen so far, so deserved as well. It's not exactly like they've been scraping by. It's been a dominant performance from FTW. Like we said, we look at this and we're starting to think that maybe there's a potential and a bit of a necessity that our third and final decider will be needed, because right now this has been some great work coming through from FTW. They're hunting for a third and final map, a decider. Honestly, the way they're playing right now, very deserved. Very, very deserved. Eyeballers had an 11-4 half in their map pick of overpass, and FTW still on the cards to do it just one better.
Yes, very true. We'll see whether they'll be able to pull that one out or not. JW up on this boost again. Nearly found success with it in a previous round, but they've definitely, you know, left a bit of a mark. It does feel like they're a bit more scared on the side of FTW. Ooh, Agile going to go peeking in. He's thinking about it. He's definitely thinking about it. Slow but sure around that corner. Will just get the information and able to make it away alive.
Okay, positive notes. JW slowly moving his way up in towards mid. Trying to take that double doors control. It will come through. This time not bouncing off the wall for flusha, so he's alright. Yes, hang on. That's the bomb. Shine finds the kill. Great reactions.
Oh, Pepsol with a big catch there. NOPEEj not really giving the respect across to his back end, so this could be a big round now. Stadodo's only got the MP9 on the side himself. Can't win that fight. Looking good here. Probably another save call. 5-on-2. Seemingly out of nowhere that eyeballers have mustered up.
That's it.
JW, okay. Nasty.
I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm liking what I'm seeing. They're coming alive a little bit. Starting to slowly but surely find that confidence. Taking these fights. CW4. But I think for arrozdoce, that's about the most impact you'll have in towards this one. They're all hunting him though. They know that really, for FTW, economy isn't exactly their best friend right now. Flusha might fall as well. Spotted, dropped. Pepsol will trade. 2 kills for arrozdoce on the way out. Let's go 6 feet under. Eyeball is up to 4. Heading into the penultimate round of the half. The best that eyeballers can do is 6, but a good opportunity to do so because they have broken the economy for the first time, actually, of FTW. So now we get to see eyeballers put up a decent attempt at just making sure they can see off this half on at least a positive note before it then swaps hands and they go on towards CT side.
Could be the move. We've got another pause coming in to just break up the play once again. It is crunch time. It is lower bracket time. So they want to make sure that they're on the least amount of rounds possible here on FTW. Have to make sure. Because eyeballers, I think their CT side will have a little something to it, right? They're not afraid to get aggressive. Not afraid to take those fights. We saw how the individuals were able to take over in the previous game. JW, flusha,
yeah.
A couple of the names that you want to be popping off. Currently playing well. The rounds, you know, speak for themselves. They're not going to have the most crazy score lines with the top score line looking like this, but all the same, I think that their CT side will have a little bit of oomph to it, where the T side looks kind of lost in places.
No, exactly that. Well, at the very least, I think it has mean that eyeballers should have a good idea that they know they're not coming against much. Look at this, hang on. FTW just flying down mid. Shine will fall. Thankfully, JW able to step up and trade it out. Need to make sure that not too many guns drop the wrong way, because this actually are looking okay already. NATO CF1, flusha. What's his reactions like? M4A1S scooped up, and he will fall. And Eco and FTW have already got themselves to 3 kills. This isn't bad at all.
Yeah, really singing the praises right now of FTW. I think that, you know, they have all these rounds prepped. That was a nice burst through the double doors smoke. And Eyeball is just not respecting at all that they'd be going for something cheeky. You can really, really work around the headshot angles on this map. Diaz, it looks like he's going to save his M4 into the next round, so not expecting too much out of this one. He maybe guessed that it was A, unfortunately guessed wrong, so we won't see him find too much action. But Eyeballers hitting the all-important 5 that you absolutely, definitely must be hitting on any half of any map. We do find that, but the question is, will they be able to find 6? Then it's only a pistol that hangs in the balance.
Yeah, it's sort of the bare necessity, isn't it, right? Finding that 5, it just means that, you know, worst case scenario, the only kind of requirement off the back of finding a pistol is kind of breaking the economy once, winning one kind of gun v gun round. So sort of doable in a sense, but yeah, for Eyeballers, get 6, and the game's really then on. Like you mentioned, win 1 pistol and a janky force buy from FTW. This game can be tied square in a matter of mere moments. This is going to be a tough round. Both sides got a very conclusive buy coming out. The only difference that FTW down to FAMAS's, and of course, a 2-man disadvantage to the hands of Sapec.
Massive frags coming in from Sapec. He's been so quiet across the course of the series, I might say. Really, really big. He's going to get taken down. Stadodo letting them all cross here, though. This is absolutely massive. Peptor even sort of half checks the angle, but not really, and they all strike at the same time. All 3 quick kills out of nowhere. JW's found one in the 1-on-3 that he was left in, but they did not check their angles. They are punished massively. It was a round on a silver platter. It's been snatched away and thrown all over the floor. Stadodo with a huge spot. And now JW smoked off. No utility, no bomb. No real idea of where they're coming in from. They're both on the same angle. He's not ready for it at all. 10-5 at the turn of the half. And it's a great one from FTW. We'll see if they can close out after the break. Welcome back in, folks. 10-5 at the turn of the half. A pretty solid clinic coming in from FTW there. Eyeball is going to have to battle back if they want to find the 2-0. Certainly not going to be an easy one for them, that is for sure. But CT side, I reckon it's going to have some spice to it. We'll see. This pistol has an awful lot of weight, especially for eyeballers. Going to need to find it. Cutting noise seems to be the order of the day for FTW.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, eyeballers really got to do a lot on towards this CT side before we start to get convinced. Peps up, playing passive, and for a bit of a stack over towards the A site is cost him. Bomb will go down unscathed, and now it's a full 5-on-5 retake, but Peppersaw will find one on the way out. Arrozdoce gets the bomb down and crosses without checking his angles. Peppersaw 3v for him.
Another one as well comes in for him. Agile will eventually trade him out. Looking pretty good. The Julies now in full flow. Got to wait their way in here. JW with a nice little trade onto NOPEEj. Tap onto the bomb. Flusha, in fact, going to go for the hold while sapec holds him off. Looking good. Looking very good indeed. Flusha on that bomb. Only got a few more seconds to go. sapec can throw himself at it. He knows that. They'll find all the kills. They'll find the defuse and they'll find the pistol.
Well, we said it. Eyeballers needed a pistol round more than anything. We had to see eyeballers find early success in towards their CT side before we even remotely start to get interested in about the conversations about a comeback. I'm interested to see what FTW do here now. Yeah, so they're going to go for the full buy. I was wondering, right, do FTW, since they've got a lead to work with and room to work with, do they just, you know, play things a little bit more passive, right, and try to go for a low buy and then have a really conclusive buy until round number 18? But they're going to abide by the pretty standard meta. Full buy in towards the second off the back of a bomb plant and see what they can do.
Only the one holding. I'm just going to go for a fully fledged A take here and hope for the best, really. Will be Shine on the MP9. Not the best weapon at this range, but apparently he makes it work. Nade as well should do a bit of damage. Not quite as much as we would like. JW above the smoke, trying to find a cheeky one. Doesn't really happen for him. No people to be left low, though. The creep up from Agile, not expected at all by Shine. Pepsaw, after this trade, needs this trade distracted away, and Agile gets another one. He will eventually be dealt with. But the damage has been done. 3 versus 3. There's no kit. No kit on the ground either. They've got to move fast. Stadodo with the Tech 9. Brings it down into a 2-on-2. They're just holding for the bomb, really, at the end of the day. Flash going to come round on the A main player. A1S picked up. Flusha goes in. Finds arrozdoce. There's the hidden player in the form of NOPEEj. Is there enough time to get on that bomb? I think there is just about. Even without a kit. It's going to be a little close. But I think he does have it looking at these two bars. All the same, that is a hard-fought round coming through for eyeballers.
A couple of moments there as well where you really see that the older 4x3 sells eyeballers down the river a sec. There was definitely getting things a little bit nervy. We're okay. We're all right. At the moment, now eyeballers starting to look okay. In a position where we can at least feel a little bit more confident about them. FTW, bomb plant, plus loss bonus. Another full buy coming through. 1 AK to work with is all they've got, though. Few Galils, and of course, arrozdoce in towards the Deagle. So, if eyeballers can finally find a round, but, you know, deny FTW getting the bomb plant, that's when we're going to look at this and think they're going to shatter the economy and get very close to tying this game up.
Yep. We'll see. They're once again looking to abuse this A-bomb site, seeing that there's got to be a problem over here. Shine not fragging too well. Maybe that's a part of it. The Molotovs, the smokes come in. They could get themselves another easy bomb plant off the back of this, taking Flusha through the smoke. The A-bomb site, they're home right now. Bomb plant coming in. Shine can't find any form of a trade. This is going to be a tough one. When that smoke goes down, there'll be so many players revealing themselves that Shine might just have the pick of the litter. Smoke comes in back onto him. The trade's coming through from that T side, though. sapec chiming in with one of his own, trying to find the player around the pillar into the 3-on-2. Stadodo just playing distraction. The arrozdoce is in that smoke somewhere. He knows it. He knows it. Shine knows it. He will eventually find him, but everyone else is falling around him. USP can't get it done. And for the win, they brute force number 11 and finally get that round that they were looking for.
Yeah, it was force buy after force buy after force buy, you know, just hoping and praying that one of them would pay off. And then finally, they'd be able to find a little bit more form. And there it is. Now we're in a position where things look all good. And, well, once again, less than adequate over towards eyeballers. FTW, like you mentioned, you know, just kicking that door down. If it didn't fail, if it didn't work the first time, try and try again. And that's what they do over towards the A side. They default towards A. Seems to be the best up for FTW right now. And it's working. They're finding success, consistently getting a bomb down. And of course, now, obviously, around on top of it as well. Lots. They're shining a foot light over towards it. The same way their CT side was so strong as well.
Shine looking to hold around towards middle. Smoke towards the double doors. They're moving away from this B stack. I still don't know where the bomb wants to end up, to be fair, so you have the right idea to just sort of play together, pack mentality it. And that does seem to have FTW a little bit flummoxed, to say the least. They're very unsure of where to go, where to move. JW is going to get a flash through. Agile, ready on these fights, needs to be winning them. Close and personal. JW knows Agile going to be spotted. He gets tagged down very low, but doesn't get finished off. He's able to dip out as well quite quickly. Looks like it's going to be a B hit through the danger area. There's not a lot of time. 45 seconds. They are gambling hard at the moment. The follow-up onto Agile, not there once again. Nate comes through. He's covered, though. Now just the two Deagles remaining on the B-bomb site itself. The bomb's going to start making its way over here, but not a chance, you would say. JW is going to have to go nuclear from here. They're all around him. He does manage to find one. Maybe a second as well. Yes, indeed. He's got to be low on ammo at this point, to be honest, though. He needs himself a gun. Gets his hands onto it. He changes up position. He finds himself another. It's all onto arrozdoce here. Low HP for JW, but just trying to play around headshots. Only 10 seconds to go. JW's got 3 HP. The wide swing gets him. But that was almost all that from JW. They'll be so thankful arrozdoce bailed them out.
That was a cracking attempt. I'll give him all the credit there. Good on him. Never should have even been that close. So you can really take the silver linings. But that's all you can take, because once again, FTW will just continue to pull further and further away with that loss bonus. Not that built up over towards Idol. They just don't have the cash to work with. And of course, with the investment towards the round prior, it leaves them in another one of these situations where it has to just be a low buy. Gamble stack coming through over towards B. Early presence looking a little bit more favorable over towards A. Just this gamble call actually might not work against them.
Very quiet here. It looks like indeed they're just going to get such deep mid control that it won't really matter. They can go wherever they want. And I think that is indeed the call that sort of comes in. Just go bursting forwards. Find what you can find, boys. At the moment, it's NOPEEj and the business end of an AK. Knows there's at least one more. He definitely spotted one more, but where is Shine? Sapec, meanwhile, on a sneak mission. Trying to work around JW, but it doesn't work for him. The player doesn't come towards him, and he will now find himself alone against the entirety. The 500 HP FTW looking good here for number 13. Looking good to take us to a third map. And just, unbeknownst to them, playing with their food ever so slightly. And there it is. Finally able to take down the final player. But 13 comes in nice and easy.
Yep, lovely work. Easy. Like we said, nothing really ever really expected there. It's a low buy. Eyeballers, they themselves knew that was a bit of a throwaway. If they can get a kill or two, it's silver linings. This is where things matters most. But overall, Eyeballers, such a deficit built up already. You start to lose hope in this side, being able to mount, you know, a good start towards their CT side. They've done better than what FTW did towards Overpass, but generally speaking, 6 rounds deficit, it's just not a nice position to be in. And every time they fall by in, Eyeballers just cannot seem to find the map control they're hoping for to really force FTW into that uncomfortable position. Only coming through. At least not a bad start. arrozdoce dropped to 45. JW. Still peeking, look for the boost up. Not being given too much. He knows the ass is close.
Oh, can't find him. Can't find him. Diaz looking to be alive. One of these stray bullets might just make it into his heels, but it doesn't happen. Still some big damage being done here by the early nadage of the Eyeballers. They will absolutely be looking to capitalize on. NOPEEj around the smoke outside of the B-bomb site. Also not finding anything. They do seem a little stuck for ideas on the FTW side. Not going to lie. Gathering up outside of A to give it another execute here.
Well, freebie for JW. Stadodo falling. Leg spotted as well. He's got another going towards A now. Surely that beckons the rotation over to support Shine. He's isolated here. And Shine's playing passive too. I don't know what the relay of misinformation is, but they're understanding that or thinking it's going towards B. But in fact, Shine will be alone in this test and he'll find the first. Good. Staying alive is all that matters. Keep the numbers in their favor.
Solid frag comes through, actually, to be fair. Really gives very little away. Bomb going to go down. Another wide swing comes round. He does lose himself for that, but it's JW with the massive flank that looks set to just end the round here and now. There it is. Flusha will chime in, and they don't know it, but they have an easy defuse attempt here. NOPEEj going to be in towards mid, and he's just going to give it to them. 8th round comes in. Still a long road back. They finally put a rifle round where their money is, looking good while doing so.
Yeah, we're not feeling, all too confident overall right now, but we'll take anything. As long as Eyeballers can slowly but surely find form, there's a world. Granted, a full wipe coming back out for the Portuguese roster, and all in play as well for Stadodo. Aguil's been absolutely flying this map. 25 and 12 right now. Stadodo, 17 kills. NOPEEj with 19 as well. Individuals really stepping up, where unfortunately not the case of those Eyeballers. Both Shine, sapec, and Pepsor all on single-digit frags right now. It's cost them a lot. Great flash though. sapec finds 10.
Oh, they're still going to try and go for this. They bail at the very last second, though. So that's going to be a lot of utility just sort of wasted in there from FTW. Still making them panic a little bit on the Eyeballers side. They pull everyone across, but FTW are right back to the drawing board with this one. They've moved away, and they're looking maybe for another setup. I'm not quite sure. They do seem to have gotten to the bottom of the strat book at this point. That's at least the way it looks to me.
So being dropped, flusha. Understanding that wall drop molly of his own. 5 seconds on the clock. He'll play in front of it as well. He knows he's got some room to work with. The bomb. Not actually made a decision just yet, but there's a pretty heavy lead back over towards B.
All right, let's see. Molotov's come through, going to force Pepsor into an awkward spot, but he does have a little pocket to work with here. It's only small. They know where he's at now. He's going to get finished off. Sapec comes through for one, but look at all the frags go the way of that T side again. Despite a strong start, Eyeballers are unable to make it work. It's just going to be down to Shine. Arrozdoce is low, but he doesn't care. That peak is so fast and effective. FTW up to 14, and the third map is definitely required after what I've seen.
Cracking shots, see it off. Confidence flowing through the veins of FTW right now. I think your spot on Vertigo is going to be a necessity. Pause being called. You'd expect it's by Eyeballers. My God, this side just looks so deflated. On a map in which they have a fairly decent amount of experience under their belt. I think FTW, they saw that, they picked into it, and you're thinking, is this a gamble or is this a risk in where it might not pay off? Well, safe to say they obviously did their research. They definitely had a little look in towards what Eyeballers are like on Anubis, and right now they are reading them like a book. One-way traffic, and Eyeballers even asking them to get up towards double digits in terms of the rounds is asking maybe just a little bit too much. But, pause. Undusted, and now, of course, we're back underway. Round number 23, FTW only 2 minor speed bumps away from the smooth sailing. That is map number 3 of Vertigo.
Looking set. Looking set to do it, of course. This buy that comes through from Eyeballers is anything but nice, and they really are not looking too good at the moment. Trying to find some aggression out towards the B-bomb site, hoping, there's someone with a nade in hand. There is someone with a nade in hand. It's a HE that's going to do the damage onto Pepsor, though, and he's one of the only players with a rifle. So not looking too good. They bolstered the defense out on this A side of things instead. And Pepsor, he tried. He really tried. They were hoping to just find a hole somewhere, but FTW at the moment, there are no chinks in this armor. That is for sure.
That's it. My God, it's just been such brilliant work coming through. At the moment, liking what I'm seeing. Molotov coming through. Flusha will get extinguished. Only a 5-7 room to work with. Eyeball is prioritizing utility rather than firepower. Try as they might, it's not having too much use. Bit of a gamble over towards A. They've gambled towards B, and it's not worked well. They flipped the script here now. This might be the right call because the bomb leaning in that direction. It's going to be a bit of a messy fight.
Here we go then. At the very least, they've got the guess correct. They're going to try and move through this smoke. Shine good for one, but instantly traded. We've got sapec on the flank, but NOPEEj finds him. 5-7 is the only one left then, and they're not going to be able to find anything at all. They are just rolling through these rounds right now. 15 hits the board fast. Map point, and indeed we will. Oh, we've got to be requiring Vertigo here. Eyeballers are just looking so lost.
Well, yeah, Vertigo is just a necessity, isn't it? This has just been, credit for FTW. It's just been, you know, a really solid setup. Both CT and T side, it's never really looked like the side were ever struggling in terms of getting control. They always looked like FTW had a very good read. Eyeballers were there, flash in the pan moments, but it's never looked comfy.
Sapec, a couple things from him on the MP9 will net a man advantage for the Eyeballers, so we'll see what FTW do when they're a man down. That's at least something that they've not really played out all that much. Flash comes around, trying to look for another one here. NOPEEj left very low indeed, but finds the frag. They are on fire right now, FTW. Flusha and Pepzor, though, going to chime in, and it's aggression all over the shop at the end of the day. That's kind of just what Eyeballers are throwing the kitchen sink at it, as a mate of mine would say. Nonetheless, it is just stadodo, and he doesn't really have too much to work with at this point.
Tried to step up that tempo, didn't they? You kind of look at that and think, FTW is so close to the finish line. Just keep doing what you're doing. You know, the age-old moniker, it ain't broke, don't fix it. You kind of expect FTW just to continue, you know, slowly but surely, clearing those angles, getting that control, and making things work. But no, not working in their favor. Flash coming over. This is getting close. Doesn't matter. JW's him off. Or scooped up. So, there's life still left in Eyeballers, but 6 consecutive rounds needed, and that's just for overtime. Flaws from here on out, it just feels like it's asking a tad too much. Still life. Still not dead just yet. Got a bit of fight left in them. FTW just so close to that third map that all it takes is sort of one hiccup, one, you know, poor start to a round from Eyeballers, one opening kill, and that could be all she wrote.
Mac 10's in play here. Says to me they're going to go for a faster one. Pepzor with a clean one round the corner. Sapec, though, going to get overwhelmed from down below. Diaz might be able to get a double. They're not watching. They're not ready for the burst that comes through from the danger area. Still got Pepzor at the back of the site, but he's not going to be standing for very much longer. And maybe Eyeballers are just like him. Flusha, games 4. We saw a crazy clutch from him on map 1, but this is something of a different gravy. Not going to happen. And that will indeed be the map going the way 16-9 in favor of FTW.
You know, wasn't as comfortable as Eyeballers taking map number 1, but it was still very comfortable. All things considered, Eyeballers don't even hit double digits. And there was never really a point where we were thinking, okay, you know, maybe there's, you know, Eyeballers are really getting close here. It was always such a, you know, a gap built up by FTW. There was always, you know, such stark breathing room for them that they never